prepare to uncover the chilling secrets lurking in the shadows of Fresno, California. Behind every corner and within every abandoned building, restless spirits whisper tales of heartache and despair. Join us as we venture into the top 15 haunted places in Fresno, where history intertwines with the supernatural and the past refuses to rest. Are you brave enough to explore? Fresno Chandler Airport hangar, Fresno. On the windswept tarmac of the Fresno Chandler Airport hangar, where the perpetual hum of history collides with chilling silence, echoes of past souls linger in the air like an unsettling fog, thick with the weight of unfulfilled lives. Locals whisper nervously about the abandoned hangar, where shadows stretch and warp in the flickering light, revealing the darker chapters of the airport's storied past. Built in 1941, this structure served as a bustling hub during World War II, but with time, it fell into decay, leaving behind an atmosphere ripe for spectral encounters. Rumors of strange noises and spectral apparitions have circulated for decades, particularly tales of a lone mechanic who perished in a tragic accident within the hangar walls. They say he was crushed beneath the weight of a delivery pallet, the eerie stillness afterward suffocated by the sound of his desperate cries. It is said that on quiet nights, the faint groans of machinery long since silenced can be heard alongside a disembodied voice, whispering in the shadows, a frantic reminder of the life that met an untimely end. Several individuals claim to have encountered a tall figure dressed in old-fashioned work attire, his eyes glinting with sorrow as he silently watches over the abandoned planes that once soared through the skies. Investigators have even recorded inexplicable drops in temperature around the hangar during late-night vigils, raising the hair on the backs of their necks and sending shivers down their spines. The juxtaposition of past glory and present desolation suggests the restless spirit remains tied to its earthly abode, a tragic reminder of a life consumed by duty and risk. For those who dare venture near the Fresno Chandler Airport hangar, heed this final warning. The line between the living and the dead grows thin in places where grief has settled like dust. Bringing just a flashlight and your curiosity may not prepare you for the hollow, breathless fear that accompanies stories of the past. Beware of the shadows that flicker. They hold secrets best left undisturbed, and a spirit's sorrow may well beckon for company. To Kearney Mansion, Fresno, Fresno. In the heart of Fresno, California, the eerie silhouette of the Kearney Mansion looms against the evening sky, its once vibrant Victorian architecture now a crumbling testament to the passage of time. Locals often whisper of the mansion's sinister history, claiming that shadows linger in its halls, echoes of a bygone era where prosperity met despair. Built in 1903 by land baron M. Kearney, this grand estate was meant to signify wealth and status. However, it quickly became entwined in a fabric of tragedy. Built on a vast estate formerly known as the Kearney Park, the mansion soon transformed from a symbol of excess into a vessel for sorrow. Rumors swirled that Kearney's life was plagued by financial ruin, misfortunes, and a strained family life, which may have sowed the seeds for the spectral occurrences that followed. Many have reported hearing whispers and seeing dark figures flitting through the dimly lit rooms. One particularly harrowing account involves a guest's encounter with a disembodied voice calling out for NE, Kearney, who disappeared under mysterious circumstances after his death in 1935. This ghostly chant, accompanied by fleeting glimpses of a mustachioed man in a three-piece suit, elicits feelings of trepidation for those daring enough to step inside the deteriorating walls. Ghost hunters equipped with infrared cameras and audio equipment have captured strange electromagnetic readings and cold spots, coinciding with reports of spectral sightings. However, the most chilling evidence lies in an infamous photograph taken during a nighttime investigation, where a figure resembling Kearney himself lurks near a dimly lit window, forever watching, forever waiting. Thus, for those who aspire to uncover the truth behind haunted locales, Kearney Mansion poses a daunting challenge. Delving into the unknown may awaken restless spirits that are better left undisturbed, urging only the bravest souls to tread lightly, lest they provoke the lingering shadows that still haunt its decaying halls. Three, St. John's Cathedral, Fresno. In the heart of downtown Fresno, cloaked in shadows and steeped in sorrow, St. John's Cathedral looms, its Gothic architecture rising like a dark sentinel against the night sky. With its storied past dating back to the early 1900s, the cathedral has stood witness to over a century of local heartache, joy, and, most intriguingly, the whispers of restless spirits. Locals often speak in hushed tones about the flickering lights within its hallowed halls and the melodious sound of an unseen choir echoing through the nave, suggesting a deep connection to those who once tread upon its sacred ground. The tales reveal that the cathedral was not only a place of worship, but a site of personal tragedy. It played a central role in the community during the flu pandemic of 1918, where many congregants came seeking solace as they faced the ravages of illness and death. Eyewitness accounts speak of figures adorned in sepia-toned garments observing silently from the arches, believed to be souls of the lost parishioners who linger amidst the stained glass. One particularly tragic tale recounts the life of a devoted choir member, Anna, who succumbed to the disease just before one of the most important Mass celebrations. It is said that during the anniversary of her death, attendees have felt a chill in the air, an overwhelming sorrow that, unlike the typical October breeze, carries with it the weight of longing and despair, as if Anna's spirit yearns for her own farewell. Many claim to have experienced disembodied voices, singing hymns that echo the melodies she once loved, turning the prayers into mournful requiems. Yet, be warned, for those who seek to explore St. John's Cathedral in the dead of night risk awakening spirits not adept at welcoming the living. Those who venture into this haunted edifice would do well to remain respectful. The boundary between realms grows thin in such sacred spaces, and one may inadvertently invite the lingering anguish to take form. Roosevelt High School Auditorium, Fresno. In the hushed corridors of Roosevelt High School's auditorium in Fresno, an eerie chill lingers, an unsettling reminder of a troubled past that refuses to be forgotten. This grand structure, known for its elaborate architecture and once vibrant community events, has become the setting for whispers of haunting occurrences that chill even the most skeptical souls. Students and faculty alike have reported strange echoes reverberating through the auditorium, while shadowy figures occasionally flicker at the edge of vision, vanishing the moment they are acknowledged. These unsettling experiences often evolve into hair-raising tales passed down through generations, as local urban legends speak of a tragic incident that marred the auditorium's history, In the late 1960s, a promising drama student tragically lost her life in a freak accident during a high school production. A heavy stage prop fell, claiming her too soon. Rumors suggest her spirit, forever tethered to the stage where her dreams once thrived, now roams the dimly lit aisles, seeking solace or perhaps revenge. Eyewitness accounts tell of a cold breeze that sweeps through the auditorium, despite closed windows, alongside inexplicable flickering lights and hauntingly compelling whispers that echo when the auditorium is empty. Some even claim to have captured orbs of light in photographs, evidence of a presence that lingers just beyond the veil of our understanding. But a word of caution: those who dare to explore the auditorium alone often find themselves overwhelmed by an overwhelming sense of despair, as if the shadows of the past envelop them, echoing the tragedy that unfolded on that fateful night. It is not merely an old building, it is a gateway to profound sorrow and spectral sorrow. Proceed with an awareness that you may not be alone, for the restless spirit of that young actress may still take center stage, and not even the bravest heart can predict what darkness lies in wait. Five, Meux Home Museum, Fresno. In the heart of Fresno, California, where shadows stretch long beneath the watchful gaze of the past, stands the Meux Home Museum, a Victorian structure nestled in a serene neighborhood. Yet, the tranquility of this historical landmark is often pierced by whispered tales of a lingering presence, giving rise to an unsettling atmosphere that cloaks the home in a veil of dread. Local legends speak of the original owners, the Meux family, who moved into this grand house in the late 19th century, bringing with them a legacy of misfortune. Neighbors have recounted eerie stories of flickering lights and disembodied voices echoing through the hallways. But the most spine-chilling rumors revolve around the tragic death of the youngest Meux daughter. As she played in the home's sprawling gardens, her laughter was cut short one fateful afternoon in 1890, when she fell into a mysterious well that had long stood hidden. The family was devastated, and many claim that her restless spirit still roams the rooms, yearning for the carefree days of childhood now lost. Visitors often report strange occurrences: doors creaking open on their own, a chill that sweeps through the air, and the faint sound of a child softly crying. During guided tours, volunteers have felt an inexplicable weight of sorrow, a feeling that someone unseen is watching, reminding them that the past is never truly gone. Those who seek to experience the ethereal charm of the Meux home are warned, however, to tread carefully. Uneasy horsehair-covered dolls seem to follow one's gaze, and a sense of being unwelcome can settle in the bones of even the bravest souls. The Meux Home Museum is a reminder that the boundaries between the living and the dead are perilously thin, and in this house, the echoes of history may be more than mere whispers. They may be eerie calls to those who dare to listen. Will you answer? Six, Warnors Theatre, Fresno. In the heart of Fresno, where the glow of neon lights flickers against the oppressive night, stands the Grand Warnors Theatre, a seemingly dormant relic of 1928. But don't let its elegant facade fool you. Beneath the surface lies an oppressive darkness that whispers of loss and longing. Locals have long debated the haunted reputation of this historic venue, recounting tales of ethereal presences that inhabit its ornate confines. The most chilling stories originate from the theater's tumultuous past, filled with the highs of cinematic glory and the lows of catastrophic failure. Once a vibrant hub for film and social gatherings, the Warnors saw its fortunes wane as television ascended in the mid-20th century, leading to its closure in 1977. However, it was during these years of neglect that eerie occurrences began to flourish. Witnesses recount strange sounds echoing through the empty halls, disembodied whispers, rustling curtains, and the unmistakable sound of footsteps reverberating in the darkness. The spirit most often identified is said to be a young actress who lost her life tragically just before a major performance. Her soul, marred with despair, is believed to wander the empty stage, forever yearning for the applause that never came. Paranormal investigators have reported unusual cold spots, flickering lights, and sudden drops in temperature when entering her cherished spots in the building, notably the backstage area where she spent her final moments. The spectral evidence presented in countless accounts seems undeniable, an ominous reminder of the scars imprinted on the theater's walls for those intrigued by the supernatural. The Warnors Theatre serves as both an invitation and a warning. The tales spun by the whispers of the past beckon the brave to explore its haunted corridors. Yet they serve as a chilling reminder that some doors are best left unopened. Should you choose to tread the theater's creaking floorboards, proceed with caution. You may just awaken the sorrowful specter who lingers in search of a finale that will never arrive. Seven. Washington Colony Cemetery, Fresno. In the quiet expanse of Fresno's Washington Colony Cemetery, an oppressive stillness cloaks the grave markers, each etched name whispering tales of lives long extinguished. As night descends, shadows stretch across the cracked earth, and the air thickens with an unshakable sense of dread. Here, local lore intertwines with reality, an eerie narrative emerging from the whispers of ghostly apparitions and flashes of apparitional sorrow. Once a site of refuge for the early pioneers of the Washington colony, who settled the area in the late 19th century, the cemetery now stands as a lingering testament to lives marred by untimely deaths, disease, and despair. According to local legends, the restless spirits of those who succumbed to the harsh California elements roam the cemetery after dusk, searching for solace amidst the headstones of their loved ones, or returning to the places that defined their existence. Among the tales, the most chilling involves a young woman named Mary, who tragically perished from a fever just as hope seemed to bloom on the horizon. Her spectral form is said to wander among the graves, dressed in a tattered white gown, clutching a faded photograph of her lost love. Witnesses have reported seeing a figure gliding silently between the trees, accompanied by an icy breeze that steals the breath from the unwary. Those brave enough to linger after sunset have recounted the soft sound of weeping echoing through the still air, a mournful reminder of unfulfilled promises and disrupted lives. But a warning lingers. Venture here with caution, as the boundary between the living and the deceased is unnervingly thin in these grounds. Visitors have felt unseen presences, heard hushed voices where none should be, and some claim to have been touched by the cold fingers of spirits lost to time. It may be best to leave the stories untold, lest the darkness of your curiosity awaken the slumbering souls that inhabit Washington Colony Cemetery. Eight. Fresno County Central Library, Fresno. Beneath the flickering fluorescent lights of the Fresno County Central Library, an unsettling silence blankets the rows of aged books, and whispering winds rush through the deserted corners. The library, a haven of knowledge, carries an unshakable atmosphere, one that hints at secrets steeped in its very foundation. Locals speak of a spectral figure, a woman in white said to roam the halls, eternally drawn to the memories of her tragic fate. The whispers tell of a community gathering held in the very building that now houses the library. Long before it was established in 2003, during a stormy night in the early 20th century, an event was disrupted, causing panic among attendees. An unfortunate floor collapse sent many tumbling into the void, while others ran screaming into the chaos, leaving behind agonizing sorrow and whispered regrets. Beyond historical accounts, strange phenomena involving flickering lights and inexplicable cool drafts have left many patrons bewildered. Librarians recount stories of books falling from shelves without cause and the faint sound of crying echoing through the reading room, only to vanish in guarded silence. Amongst these occurrences, a photograph taken by a visitor during a quiet afternoon revealed an unexplainable haze, which, upon inspection, displayed vague outlines of figures seemingly hovering near the staircase. It was in this labyrinth of literature and lost lives that the shadows of the past conspired to linger. But heed this warning: those who seek the truth within the library's depths may awaken old spirits, better left undisturbed. The next time you find yourself alone among the stacks at dusk, remember, the walls hold more than just echoes of pages turned. They guard the tragic tales of lives extinguished too soon. Enter with caution, for the past has a way of reaching out for those who inadvertently tread upon its hallowed ground. Nine. Craycroft House, Fresno. In the heart of Fresno, California, stands the Craycroft House, a sprawling Victorian relic that continues to evoke an unsettling aura even under the brilliance of a clear blue sky. Locals often speak of a chilling presence that lingers within the walls, whispering tales of its tragic past in hushed tones. Originally built in the early 1900s for the affluent Craycroft family, the estate is steeped in sorrow and abandonment, leading many to believe that it has become a vessel for grief. The legend began with the untimely death of young Margaret Craycroft, who, according to haunting folklore, perished in a tragic accident on the estate's grounds, her spirit never having departed the home she inhabited in life. Over the years, numerous accounts of spectral sightings have emerged. Passers-by report cold gusts of wind that come without warning, windows rattling as if stirred by unseen hands, and the faint sound of a girl singing a melody that echoes through the corridors late at night. Investigations into the house's history suggest a darker narrative. Some researchers believe that several family members succumbed to mysterious illnesses and misfortunes after moving into the estate. A feeling of overwhelming sadness permeates the air, particularly in the upstairs bedrooms, where objects have been known to rearrange themselves overnight, almost as if reenacting Margaret's final moments. Paranormal investigations have captured eerie EVP recordings of a girl's voice pleading for help, alongside photographs revealing shadowy figures lurking just out of sight. The evidence is compelling enough to spark a sense of dread among those who dare visit. Yet, heed this warning. The Craycroft House is not just a historical site. It's a portal to unresolved heartache. Those who enter seeking thrills often leave with an inexplicable weight on their chests, feeling as though the sorrow of the long-gone Craycrofts has followed them home. If you choose to unveil the haunted truths of Craycroft House, prepare yourself. Some stories refuse to confine themselves to the past, especially those shrouded in persistent lament. Fresno Memorial Auditorium, Fresno, in the heart of Fresno, California. The Fresno Memorial Auditorium stands as a monument of forgotten echoes and chilling myths, its once magnificent facade now cloaked in the shadows of night. The decrepit exterior, marred by time and the relentless grip of age, hints at a dark past that locals can recount with hushed whispers. Many say the auditorium has witnessed more than just the applause of eager audiences. It has also absorbed the sorrow and despair of those who trod its boards. Built in 1928, this venue was initially designed to unify the community through the arts, but the dark forces it seemingly nurtures may tell a different story. Over decades, haunting rumors have surfaced, detailing strange occurrences from disembodied voices to inexplicable cold spots that send shivers down the spines of unsuspecting visitors. Among the most haunting tales is that of a tragic incident during a concert in the late 1960s, where a beloved performer collapsed on stage, succumbing to a heart attack witnessed by a captivated crowd. Eyewitnesses claim that even after the medics arrived, the air grew heavy and a chill permeated the auditorium, leading them to believe that the homage of applause became an unbearable elegy. Those who dared to remain in the building after the show reported a new sound mingling with the silence, frantic, disembodied whispers echoing from the shadows, along with the faint sounds of a woman sobbing a soul. They said, forever tied to that fateful performance, dare to tread within the confines of the Fresno Memorial Auditorium. But be forewarned, this is not merely a venue for entertainment, it is a bastion of restless spirits. As the past entwines with the present, visitors often describe feelings of being watched, of spectral hands brushing against their skin. Each visit could inadvertently awaken the sorrow that clings to the walls of this eerie landmark. So, if you seek a thrill, do so with caution. You may find that some performances are destined to haunt both the stage and your very dreams. Belmont Cemetery, Fresno. In the dim twilight of an autumn evening, the air thickens with a palpable tension as shadows stretch and deepen across the lonely graves of Belmont Cemetery in Fresno, California. This hallowed ground, established in 1875, holds the whispers of countless souls, each with stories that linger like the scent of decay, often felt rather than seen. Locals know it as a place steeped in sorrow and spectral sightings. Rumors abound of disembodied whispers, flickering lights among the tombstones, and a mournful figure draped in white, thought to be the spirit of a heartbroken widow who roams the grounds, searching endlessly for her lost love. She is said to emerge on nights thick with fog, her cries echoing through the silent cemetery, luring the curious and the indifferent alike into her mournful embrace. The cemetery's sorrowful history is punctuated by tragedy. During the early 20th century, a devastating flu epidemic claimed many lives, leaving a sea of unmarked graves. The restless spirits of those who perished in isolation are believed to wander, seeking acknowledgement and peace. Specific legends abound regarding the burial site of the Black Lady, a ghostly figure rumored to wander amongst the ornate monuments. Eyewitness accounts detail her appearance alongside an eerie chill in the air, while some assert that she seeks vengeance upon those who dare to tread too carelessly on her sacred resting ground. Numerous visitors claim to have captured unsettling images of orbs and shadowy figures on their cameras, whispering to one another about the feeling of being watched, as though unseen eyes bore down on them from the depths of the night. Yet, as the darkness thickens, a word of caution stirs upon the chilled breeze. Should you venture to Belmont Cemetery, tread lightly. The boundaries between the living and the dead are fragile here. The spirits confined within the gates are known for their unpredictable natures. Each step taken may inadvertently awaken an ancient restlessness, drawing you deeper into a night where the veil of reality blurs, and the echo of heartache resonates a little too closely with your own. Woodward Park Japanese Garden, Fresno. Nestled within the serene confines of Woodward Park in Fresno lies the Japanese Garden, a tranquil haven that masks its grim past beneath a facade of beauty, a place where whispers of ghostly encounters slither through the air like the delicate cherry blossoms that dance in the wind. Visitors are often entranced by the meticulously crafted bridges, koi ponds, and the authentic pagoda. Yet among the gentle ripples of water and the soft rustle of leaves, a chilling unease lurks just beneath the surface. Local lore tells of the garden's origins. Established in the early 1980s as a gesture of friendship with Fresno's Japanese sister city, Saitama. However, beneath this harmonious intent lies a shadowy history. Many believe that the land was once a site of spiritual significance to the indigenous peoples of California, their connections to the earth and water often overlooked and troubled by the encroachment of the modern world. Among the stories that circulate through the community, one that stands out revolves around an apparition reported by numerous visitors, a woman in white, said to wander the paths of the garden, her sorrow palpable. This ghostly figure is believed to be the spirit of a young woman, perhaps a victim of societal prejudice or a tragic lover abandoned by fate. As dusk fades into night, her presence is felt most deeply near the pond, where her anguish seemingly melds with the ethereal beauty of the moonlit water. Inviting both awe and dread, witnesses recount chilling sensations of being watched, and an unshakable feeling that one is being beckoned toward the depths of the garden, lured by soft, mournful whispers. Dare to tread the pathways of Woodward Park's Japanese Garden, but heed the warnings etching the air. Countless souls may have found solace in its serene layout, yet the echoes of those long gone linger like shadows on the mind. As night descends, the balance between reverie and terror hangs delicately, and one must ponder whether the act of exploring this ethereal landmark is truly worth courting the unknowable spirits that inhabit its hallowed grounds. Fresno High School, Fresno, documentary ghost story. The haunting of Fresno High School. In the hushed silence of the night, when the moon casts ghostly shadows upon the crumbling bricks of Fresno High School, tales of the restless and the lost linger in the air, mingling with the whispers of the past. Established in 1893, Fresno High is one of California's oldest schools. Its Gothic architecture harboring secrets that echo through the decades. Local whispers speak of an unsettling energy that envelops the campus after dark, drawing the curious and the foolish into its web of dread. Rumors abound about the tragic accident that claimed the life of a young student, whose spirit is said to wander the halls still, searching for solace amidst the chaos of youthful memories. It is said that in 1919, on an ordinary school day, a horrific event unfolded. A student fell from the balcony of the auditorium during a spirited rehearsal, her life extinguished in an instant. The chilling tale continues to haunt the community, and reports of spectral sightings have emerged over the years. Students claim to have seen a fleeting figure in a vintage dress, her spectral form vanishing as quickly as it appears, her sorrowful eyes searching for something lost to time. The spirit's presence is often accompanied by cold drafts, unexplained shadows flitting across classrooms, and disembodied whispers that send shivers down the spine of all who dare to listen. A trove of photographs from ghost hunting excursions have documented inexplicable orbs and flickering lights, reinforcing the chilling belief that Fresno High is indeed a nexus of spiritual unrest. Yet, be forewarned, those who enter these haunted halls unprepared for the weight of its history may uncover more than just stories. As curiosity tempts you to investigate, remember the echoes of the past can become all too real, ensnaring the unwary in an everlasting dance with despair. Are you ready to face the specter that lingers behind the walls of Fresno High? Or will you heed the warning some doors, once opened, are not so easily closed? Roeding Park, Fresno. At twilight, shadows stretch across the manicured lawns of Roeding Park in Fresno, California, where the rustling of leaves seems to whisper of secrets better left unspoken. This seemingly serene park holds a darkness within its heart, rumored among locals to be haunted by specters of the past, woven into the fabric of its tranquil beauty. Once part of the Roeding family estate, this park has links to a troubled history, the fading echoes of the past stirring unease in the cool evening air. The land was once a bustling place where families picnicked and children played. Yet beneath its cheerful facade lies the tale of a tragic fire at the nearby establishment, the once popular Roeding's Children's Zoo. After extensive renovations, a few residents claim to have encountered the apparitions of lost spirits lingering here, leaving them with an unsettling feeling of being watched. Many have reported shadows flitting between trees and inexplicable changes in temperature, while others recall faint, sorrowful weeping emanating from the secluded trails. The legend goes that these sightings are associated with the untimely demise of a young girl in the zoo who, in a bizarre twist of fate, disappeared one fateful afternoon while the lively sounds of the park were dulled by the chaos surrounding her loss. Her presence is mournful yet protective, a guardian of childhood spirits lost too soon, yet forever tethered to the park. As you stand amidst the twilight shadows, filled with the fragrance of blooming flowers, a sinister warning hangs heavily in the air. Tread lightly, for those who disturb her rest may find themselves forever entangled in her sorrowful embrace. Roeding Park is a place where laughter mingles with grief, and the lines between the living and the dead blur into a haunting resonance no visitor should take lightly. Kearney Park, Fresno. Nestled in the heart of Fresno, California, Kearney Park feels like a serene haven, its tall trees swaying gently in the prevailing wind. Yet under the veil of tranquility, a different tale seeps through the cracks of its picturesque facade. Locals whisper about unexplained happenings that linger in the cool, dusky nights when shadows seem to stretch unnaturally long, as if the very fabric of reality grows thin. Historical accounts recount the park's origin in the 1930s, under a different name, Kearney's Old Town, which sought to celebrate California's agricultural roots. Yet, lurking beneath the surface is a darker tale of sorrow, the untold stories of those who roamed these grounds long before the park existed, including a tragic chapter in the nearby area where interred souls abound. In 1946, a devastating car crash inflicted unimaginable grief upon a family, and urban legends state they never left. Ghostly figures resembling a mother and her children have been reported wandering the park, searching for something lost, that which is never to be reclaimed. Park visitors often describe a chilling sensation in the air when near the old oak grove, and many have claimed to hear faint cries echoing from the trees, as if the past forcibly intrudes upon the present. Some park patrons even captured inexplicable anomalies on camera, orbs dancing through the air as if trying to convey a message from beyond. With each tale, the line between the living and the dead blurs further, raising questions about those who inhabit the ethereal realm intertwined within Kearney Park. As the sun sets and the park empties, a warning emerges. Tread carefully if you dare venture into Kearney Park after dark. The lingering spirits of lost lives dance among the shadows, and you may feel their yearning gaze settle upon you. You might find yourself unable to leave, ensnared by those desperate whispers, forever caught between worlds. The living and the haunted history that echoes through the leaves of Kearney Park. And there you have it, the top 15 haunted places in Fresno, California. Did any of these ghostly tales send chills down your spine? If you enjoyed this eerie adventure, make sure to like and subscribe for more spine-tingling content. Join us next time as we uncover haunted legends from nearby towns that will leave you sleeping with the lights on. Until then, stay spooky.